I did reach out to Gilbane Turner to see when work would resume, but did not hear back today. Meantime, our Michael Wooten spoke with former Erie County District Attorney John Flynn about potential charges here. Flynn says the person responsible will likely face criminal mischief charges, but that can be elevated due to the sensitive nature of that graffiti.
That criminal mischief in the second degree, which was a D felony, if you can add on the hate crime, now it becomes a C felony, and it's upgraded one notch, and that basically upgrades it to a much higher prison sentence, where on a C felony you can get 5 to 15 years.
Flynn also says the person responsible could face criminal trespassing charges here as well. We'll continue to stay on top of this story for you. Well, developing tonight, a teen is behind bars accused of stabbing his grandmother to death in the town of Tonawanda. Prosecutors say 19-year-old Miguel Castro Jr. allegedly stabbed 57-year-old Anna Moore inside his home on Parkhurst Boulevard. Police say 3 children were present at the time. Castro was charged with second-degree murder, criminal possession of a weapon, and endangering the welfare of a child. He faces 25 years to life in prison if convicted. And in Niagara County, the Buffalo police officer charged with his wife's murder faced a judge today for a preliminary hearing. 53-year-old Lance Woods is accused of shooting his wife, 35-year-old Alexis Skochilas, at her home in Sanborn on Saturday. Court documents show Skochilas filed for a contentious divorce back in September. The New York Attorney General's office is also investigating this case since it does involve a police officer. And in Albion tonight, more than a dozen people are displaced after a roof collapse on East Bank Street. That happened this morning. Multiple apartments were flooded. 7 News reporter Derek Hyde is in Albion tonight with the latest.
That's right, 3 businesses and more than a dozen people displaced after a roof collapse here in the heart of the village of Albion. But the most critical thing, nobody was injured. Pastor Calvin Wynn's Full Gospel Tabernacle Church is in a mixed-use building on East Bank Street with 2 other storefronts and about 15 people living in second-floor apartments. And all of them have been displaced after village officials say a 40-foot by 40-foot portion of the roof collapsed.
The biggest blessing is everyone is safe. After that, things can be replaced.
Is that the roof collapsed like a pancake, which means it dropped straight down and did not pull from the sides of the walls. So it doesn't look like there's any structural damage.
Albion code enforcer Chris Kinter added that there is some water damage in 3 apartments and 2 storefronts, but thankfully the roof never made it into those second-floor apartments. There were no injuries because legally the 3rd floor of the building had to be vacant.
Unless you have a sprinkler system in place on your 3rd floor, nobody can occupy that. Nobody can live there.
So maybe there's storage and stuff like that up there, but it's not habitable space.
An old little thought about law coming to the rescue. Derek Hyde, 7 News, Albion.
Also tonight, generations of people are remembering the life and legacy of Reverend Jesse Jackson today. Civil rights icon and 2-time presidential candidate died overnight at 84 years old. The Reverend's death being deeply felt here in Buffalo and Western New York, especially for those who remember his many visits to the Queen City. 7 News senior reporter Eileen Buckley spoke with 2 members of Buffalo's Black community about Jackson's civil rights legacy.
Civil rights icon Reverend Jesse Jackson came to Buffalo many times. In 1975, he opened up a Rainbow Push office on Jefferson Avenue. In 1980, Jackson returned to Buffalo while the .22 caliber killer was murdering black men, and he appeared for many other causes when the city needed his voice. In 1988, he returned seeking support for his Democratic presidential run.
And so I have stood with you across the years. On April 19th, I want you to stand with me.
I spoke with 2 Buffalo leaders who had direct connections with Jackson and his civil rights work.
I've been in the same room when he electrified the crowd and lets everybody know that we are somebody. So his famous words will always ring in my ears and in the ears of my children as well.
When I was young, Jesse was a passionate mentor. Not only for me, I went to just about all of the Rainbow Coalition and Push Operation Push events, was very much involved with the organization.
Did you have a chance to directly meet and talk to him?
Oh, absolutely, numerous times. Firebrand, quick thinking, had a way of thinking that was completely out of the box. I saw Jesse walk into some of the coldest rooms at conferences and just turn everybody around.
You will never forget being in his presence or hearing him talk.
And although Reverend Blue tells me he never had a chance to directly march with Reverend Jackson, he believes there's a little bit of Jackson in everyone.
There's a little bit of Jesse Jackson in all of us. Just don't make me upset. No, no, there's a lot. There's a lot because I've listened to him talk, letting us know that you are somebody.
There's no one else who will ever be like Jesse Jackson.
In Buffalo, Eileen Buckley, 7 News.
A civil rights giant being remembered here in Western New York and beyond tonight. Eileen, thank you. Still ahead here on 7 News at 6. A big surprise for one West Seneca family.
This is awesome!
Yeah, this brand new car will help a now family of 9 get around town.
Areas of dense fog tonight and a winter weather advisory is in effect for parts of Western New York tomorrow. I'll have the forecast straight ahead.
You're watching WKBW Buffalo, part of the Scripps News Group.
Welcome back. Crews today out on Main Street in downtown Buffalo removing the colorful pedestrian bridge. This is connecting the AM&A's building and the Main Place Mall there as well. The bridge installed in the 80s but hasn't been used in decades as the retail buildings remain empty there. Metro Rail service suspended between Allen and the DL&W station through Saturday for that work to continue. Well, today is Fat Tuesday as Catholics prepare for Lent, but many Western New Yorkers also know today as Paczki Day. Zurich's Bakery has been a Buffalo staple since the 1930s and today had a Paczki Day pop-up shop at the OLV Human Services Dental Clinic. OLV bought Zurich's a few years ago, keeping all the same recipes that bring back memories for locals.
Born and raised on the east side of Buffalo. So the Broadway market and Zurich's are very important. It's just that Polish tradition that has to continue. And you pass it on.
Well, Zurich's made 1,000 Paczki and 30 king cakes to sell today. They'll do another pop-up shop at the Broadway market as we close in on Easter.
From all of us at Wester, we are proud to present to you for this new Suburban behind us here.
A big surprise for one West Seneca family who recently grew from a family of 4 to a family of 9. We first introduced you to the Lotbrins back in October when they were preparing to welcome quintuplets. A couple months later, Holly, Mason, Stefan, Connor, and Layla were born. One question many of us had for this family of 9, how would they get around? 7 News senior reporter Taylor Epps has been following this family's journey from the very beginning and was there today for a big surprise announcement by Wester Auto Group.
This is awesome!
When the Lotbrin family added 5 new members in December,
Holly, Layla, Stetson, Connor, Mason, they're cute.
They knew they needed more space.
So we have a 4Runner, so it's an older model 4Runner, but they're reliable, but they're just not big. I also have an older Yukon XL.
But since the babies were born, they've only had the 4Runner.
The Yukon broke down during one of the storms while he was coming to visit me in the hospital, so he had to walk like 3 miles to the hospital.
I was like, I don't know, I'll deal with this later.
After one of the quintuplets, Holly, was able to come home from the NICU, Jessica's mom made a call to Scott Beeler from West Her.
We've been really impressed with both of you, and what a blessing. You know, there's going to be things that are going to be concerns and check marks on what we got to think about and do, and we wanted to take the worry of transportation off your minds.
They call us on Brooke's birthday and tell us that they're giving us a Suburban, and we were like, did we hear that right?
They did. A new 2026 Chevy Suburban with 3 rows.
So we got as many seats as possible there.
This will tremendously help getting everyone home and then just navigating life, still having to take Hannah to school. Brooke's approaching the age where she can almost qualify for some pre-K programs, so I'll be getting her to and from pre-K.
Safe to say Brooke and Hannah approve of the new wheels.
People can go here and some people can want to go there.
And so does Mom.
Oh my God, this is insane.
Westher also got the girls some custom teddy bears and wagons full of toys and supplies for the quintuplets.
Well, we were shocked and so incredibly appreciative of it because we never anticipated any of this.
So this is Mr. Beeler. What do you want to say to him?
You're welcome. Very good. You're welcome. Are you excited about it?
I mean, just so sweet. They packed that car up with the baby wipes and the diapers to take back home to West Seneca while they wait for the rest of the babies to come home. And they're expecting another one to be discharged this week. It's such an incredible story.
Quite the day, incredible gift, and Hannah said it all, right? This is awesome.
This is awesome.
And you saw the hug at the end of it, and we're all, of course, wishing them all, so well. We're wishing them all the well wishes in the world, and just all the smiles there today.
It's so incredible. You could see Hannah was plotting everything out. She was like, okay, I'm going to sit up here. Everyone's going to sit back here. One day she's going to be driving that car, which will be awesome. So it's been great to follow.
She's got it all set, right, as the big sister at this point.
Yeah, there you go. Get ready.
Taylor Reps, a great story today. Thank you, Taylor. Well, if you looked out today, you saw this, a lot of dense fog throughout the area, and Mary Beth Roble is joining us now with more on what we can expect in the near future here, Mary Beth.
Yeah, more fog. Yeah, and if you don't have it right now, you probably will in the next several hours, because that dense fog advisory goes till 7 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, and it's in effect for all of Western New York, so visibilities at times could be under a quarter of a mile. We also have a winter weather advisory that goes into effect at 5 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, goes all day tomorrow till after midnight for Niagara, Orleans, and Genesee counties. Freezing rain will be the main issue. You could see up to a quarter of an inch of ice. So right now we're pretty quiet, but we are dealing with some dense fog along the Lake Erie shoreline, and it is a little heavier now north of Buffalo. Niagara Falls, you're down to 2 miles, 1.8 Medina, 1.9 at Albion, and we're at 1.7, like a mile and a half at Oakfield. So make sure you use your lights, your low beams tonight if you're out driving. The fog is starting to arrive again here in downtown Buffalo. It's 37 degrees, and our hourly forecast is calling for more thick fog as we go into the evening and overnight hours. And around 3 o'clock, the pre-dawn hours, we have widespread rain moving in. And right now we have this stalled out weather system. That is the reason for all this fog for the past several days. It's a stalled out system, hasn't really been going anywhere. Increasing clouds tonight, and then tomorrow morning, all ready for the Wednesday morning rush hour. Some steady, heavy rain. And notice the pink here. This is freezing rain north of Buffalo. It will stay in place all day long and all evening long, too. And for that reason, the ice is going to be collecting in places north and east of Buffalo. And then Friday, we have another rainmaker on the way. So we could see some potential flooding around here, too, because of the melting snow and the runoff creating rising creeks and streams, not to mention ice jam flooding. Look at all the rain coming in, anywhere from a quarter of an inch to over an inch of rain. And here's a look at projected ice totals too. We could see anywhere from 1/10 of an inch to a quarter of an inch, maybe over a quarter of an inch of ice as we get into tomorrow night. So here's a look at the long range forecast. We have that other weather maker coming in on Friday, and after that it turns more winter like. As we go into Saturday, some snow showers in the forecast, but a